Coming up next, a child's treehouse set on fire. Stay tuned for details of the arson in State College.
And with hacking and cybersecurity in the news, we take a closer look at how safe your phones, computers, and bank accounts really are. The Center County Report starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Weiss Aramesh.
And I'm Leslie Salazar. We begin with breaking news. The judge in Jerry Sandusky's case has recused himself from any future proceedings in the case. Senior Judge John Cleland issued a strongly worded order taking himself off of the case. He says Sandusky's lawyers raised objections to Cleland's role in a meeting at a State College hotel the night before Sandusky waived his preliminary hearing in 2011. Sandusky says waiving the hearing was a major mistake. Cleland may be called as a witness in his appeal. In his order today, Cleland fired back at defense lawyers, saying they've impunged the integrity of the court itself. Police in State College are searching for an arsonist who set fire to a child's playhouse. Firefighters responded to a fire Sunday night on South Allen Street. Nobody was hurt, but their investigation showed someone deliberately set the playhouse on fire. Police are urging anyone with information about the fire to come forward and call them right away.
And police are asking the public for help if anyone has information on a former school bus driver accused of sexually assaulting a teenage girl. Matt Dunlap faces felony charges for allegedly having sex with a 15-year-old girl student. Dunlap is 25. He was arraigned this week. Police arrested him after reports from high school students. They say he and the girl exchanged nude photos and had sex during a 2-year relationship. Police Chief John Garner says the school district responded quickly and worked well with police throughout the investigation.
I can't speak enough about how this incident was handled immediately and swiftly and with the utmost professionalism by not only this department, but also the State College Area School District personnel. As the parent of a daughter who's a senior at that school, I feel quite comfortable with the way things are investigated and handled there.
The school district says no incidents happened on buses or school property. It also says all contracted workers are required to pass a state police background check and child abuse training. And a Western PA Township supervisor has been found not guilty of rape after an alleged relationship with a teenage girl. The verdict came down yesterday in Clearfield. Bigler Township Supervisor Robert Myers faced charges. He denied the allegations, and his lawyer said that the girl's accounts of the assault to investigators changed.
More than 800 police officers from around the country were among those attending the funeral of a Western PA officer killed in the line of duty. Cannonsburg police officer Scott Bashiome was laid to rest on Wednesday in Washington, PA. He was shot and killed in an ambush last week where he and his partner responded to a domestic violence report. His partner was hurt in the shooting. He's out of the hospital and served as an honorary pallbearer at the funeral.
Center County's Board of Commissioners just got an update on flooding damage across the area from October storms. Officials say more than 400 houses and businesses were damaged by flooding. Up to 7 inches of rain fell in late October storms in places like Milesburg and Howard. About 25 homes have major damage. Residents affected by flooding can also get a free testing kit to check their water for contamination. The Department of Environmental Protection set up an office in Bellefonte where people can pick up kits. Residents are advised to test their water if they notice a change in color, taste, or noticeable odor, if the flow from a spring or level of water in a well has increased, or if the well or spring was submerged by or received surface runoff.
Protests continue around the nation more than a week after the presidential election. Students at Penn State held a walkout protest on campus as well. I spoke with the organizers to find out the story behind the protest.
Hundreds of Penn State students walked out of class and protested against Donald Trump. Nadia Swada co-organized the event with Alexis Scott, the president of Queer Transgender People of Color, aka Cutie Poc.
I had to do something, and the closest thing that I could think to do was to do this, have this. So I started the Facebook event and invited like 300 of my friends, and then told Alexis that I needed help.
Yeah, she decided that she wanted me and the club to be involved because she really wanted to make sure that like these people were being represented.
Students made posters and prepared for the walkout days leading up to the event. But as Alexis says,
it's really just like one part of the story. Like, really, like you never see like the thought that goes behind it.
It was just something that I needed to do.
her heritage is Latina and Moroccan, and she is also Muslim.
I wore the hijab for 10 years, and I lived in a very, very small town in southern Maryland, and we were the only Muslim family in like the school district.
This made life difficult for Nadia, and she experienced things that have left her emotionally scarred.
It was very regular harassment and blatant like racial and prejudice bullying from people in my school.
Nadia was given the nickname terrorist by her classmates and was physically harmed numerous times.
How you sort of hear about all these stories of like women being choked with their hijabs, that was very regular for me. That happened about 5 times.
But one of her worst memories haunts her to this day.
A girl yelled terrorist and then like pushed me down the stairs. So that was the most traumatic of everything.
Nadia is part of Penn State Words, a slam poetry group. She incorporates her past experiences into her poetry.
Hopefully I can work up the courage to push him down a flight of stairs, like I was for wearing a hijab in the 7th grade.
Her poem was referring to Donald Trump, the man she fears will bring bad change to America. But that's only part of the reason she and Alexis named their walkout #NotMyPresident.
And we chose that name mostly because the hashtag is being used like nationwide by other schools, so we wanted to have some unity at that point.
The rally turned out larger than Nadia and Alexis planned, with as many as 500 people attending. There were also pro-Donald Trump supporters at the event.
Big changes are coming to beer sales across Pennsylvania after the governor signed new legislation. Among the changes, distributors will now be allowed to sell their brews in any quantity. Also, bars can sell alcohol starting at 9 a.m. without a requirement to sell food. Sports venues can sell mixed drinks, and Beer of the Month clubs can ship directly to homes. These changes take effect in 2 months.
We've heard a lot lately about hacking and the Russians and cybersecurity, and that has many people wondering how safe their technology really is. From bank accounts to personal identities, anyone can be a victim. Reporter Rasha Guerrier has more.
It's quickly becoming impossible to be completely private with anything.
And that's what makes it easier for hackers to come in and take advantage of you and your private information.
And it was a guy that was in New York City. That was where he started using my account.
Joy Haas knows firsthand. She became a victim when someone hacked into her bank account. And of course, it doesn't stop there. Hackers steal identities as well.
The United States government was hacked a couple years ago. A lot of information about people who had been evaluated for different levels of clearances, that information was taken by a foreign government.
McDaniel is a professor at Penn State. His information was at risk too in that data breach.
And I received my letter saying that my information is out there somewhere outside of the United States.
Fortunately, there are some things you can do to protect yourself. Cybersecurity protection services such as LifeLock can help secure your information.
I think they know your pattern of spending, so when there's a suspicious activity, they notify us right away.
Those are the kinds of things that will track your identity or people pretending to be you over time.
There are other security precautions people should take as well.
So the first thing we did was change our account number, get a new card.
And specifically with websites also.
Whenever you fill out a form online, make sure look at the URL, the full website address.
If the website says HTTP, make sure it has the S also.
If it doesn't have that S, that means anything that you're typing in, like your username and password or any message you send, anyone on the same network can potentially read everything you're doing.
As hacking and identity theft grow each year, cybersecurity will continue to be an important part of your online life. In University Park, I'm Rasha Guerrier for the Center County Report.
Though cybersecurity efforts are increasing, people are encouraged to always make sure they monitor what they reveal digitally to the public.
With Penn State students heading home for the break, here's a traffic alert. In-State College temporary lane restrictions on North Atherton Street are in effect from now until next week. The closures affect traffic in both directions. Crews are working to locate underground utilities. The construction is between Park Avenue and Aaron Drive. Traffic is expected to return to normal next Wednesday, but until then, PennDOT urges drivers to be alert for workers, closed lanes, and new traffic patterns. And speaking of safe driving, the State College Police Department hosted a car seat safety check this week at the Daybridge Child Development Center. With 4 out of 5 car seats used the wrong way every day, police urge families to get their car seats checked. Parents had the opportunity to bring their seats to Innovation Park and have officers make sure the seats were up to date and correctly fastened into the car.
There are various ones throughout the county, throughout the state, different times of the year. However, most local police departments, you can make an appointment and just call up and we will do a check for you at a given time at an appointment at our different departments.
Police remind drivers that kids under age 4 must be in a car seat, with children under 2 in a rear-facing car seat. Kids have to either be in a car seat or a booster seat until they're 8 years old. The Nittany Lions try to keep their Big Ten title hopes alive tomorrow at Rutgers. Mike Gilbert will have the preview of the game in sports.
Plus, we've had some warm weather this fall, but colder and wintry weather may be on its way to close out the weekend. Hunter has the forecast coming up. And the seasonal weather could be just in time to follow one of State College's favorite holiday traditions. We'll take you there when the Center County Report continues. A replica of the Vietnam Veterans National Memorial Wall is coming to Penn State's campus next fall. WPSU and veterans groups around Center County have been working to get the traveling wall here as a way to mark the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War and to honor those who have served. A series of events and projects are planned for the duration of the wall's stay from October 5th through the 8th in 2017. Events will be free and open to the public. The traveling Vietnam Wall is an 80% scale replica of the memorial in Washington, D.C.
The debate over transgender bathrooms has been a topic nationwide in reaction to North Carolina's HB 2 Act. President-elect Donald Trump commented on the issue during a recent appearance on the Today Show, saying he believes transgender people should use whatever bathroom they feel is appropriate.
So if Caitlyn Jenner were to walk into Trump Tower and want to use the bathroom, you would be fine with her using any bathroom she chooses?
That is correct.
Meantime, dozens of Penn State restrooms at University Park will soon be changing. Penn State is updating restrooms and signs all across campus. The university plans to expand the number of gender-neutral bathrooms to 57. Those bathrooms will be converted from men's or women's rooms to all gender. Signs will be clearly labeled for proper use.
It's that time of year when more people step up to help those less fortunate. Students Engaging Students partners with other Penn State organizations to organize a Thanksgiving basket drive. This year, students collected a record 432 baskets. They'll be delivered to more than 15 agencies in State College for families in need. State College residents are also volunteering this week to help more families celebrate Thanksgiving. First up, we have St. Andrew's Episcopal Church. They'll be hosting a free Thanksgiving dinner next Thursday from 12 to 2 p.m. Donations are accepted but not expected. And the Salvation Army will give out free Thanksgiving bags. Families that need help with food for Thanksgiving can call them to schedule an appointment. Finally, we have the State College Food Bank will distribute food from Monday through Wednesday from 1 to 4 p.m. For more information, call the food bank.
Happy Friday to everybody out there. It is Hunter Williams in the weather studio with the latest on your forecast. Here's the live view out over Beaver Stadium. You can see plenty of sunshine. I'll go ahead and tell you an absolutely gorgeous afternoon for today. We'll make a run at 70 degrees. Temperatures right now, though, 59 right now in State College, but you wouldn't know it. Earlier today, we started off in the lower 30s. We quickly rose up, though. 55 in Lock Haven. I'll take a wider view across the rest of the state, and you can see some warmer temperatures already to the north and west. It's 64 in Bradford, 66 in Franklin. The record high for this afternoon in State College, it is 73. I don't think we'll be quite that warm, but we will be awfully close. So especially for mid-November, an absolutely gorgeous afternoon. Here's the radar right now, and you can see not a whole lot going on. Wall-to-wall sunshine across Pennsylvania, but I'll take a wider view, and you can see the changes are on the way. This is our next storm system. Look at all the snow over parts of Minnesota. Actually, blizzard conditions across parts of central Minnesota right now. So this wintry weather is heading our way. So I'll go ahead, jump into Futurecast. We'll show you what exactly we're talking about. 5 o'clock today, though, still plenty of sunshine, temperatures on the warm side, and I highly recommend you get outside and enjoy this weather because some absolutely gorgeous weather for today. Changes tomorrow. We'll start off the day dry, but by mid to late morning, some clouds starting to edge in, and by the afternoon hours, this is when the rain starts here in central Pennsylvania. We start off as all rain here in State College around 3, 4 o'clock as this cold front starts to push through, but as it moves off to the east, much colder air filtering in behind, and this is when we start to transfer over to some snow showers. You can see places like Williamsport down towards Harrisburg by tomorrow evening getting in on some of the snow showers, but with that wind out of the west behind the cold front, some lake effect snow showers starting to fire up late in the day tomorrow, especially as we head into the day on Sunday. And this is where we're worried about some of the snowfall potential, especially up to the north and west. Here in State College, though, not expecting big accumulations, only about a coating here in State College, but a good chance we see our first flakes of the season, but we'll continue to push forward in time, and you see that the snow showers do continue through the day on Sunday. Your forecast for this afternoon will top out around 67 degrees, a mostly sunny sky, very warm with a light southwest wind. Tonight we'll drop down into the lower 40s with a mostly clear sky, a light south wind, also keeping those temperatures relatively moderate for this time of year in the 40s. Your 7-day forecast from the Penn State Campus Weather Service, you can see rain and snow showers for tomorrow. Again on Sunday, much cooler air getting in here, and we'll see more snow showers by Monday. I think most of the activity gets out of here, but guys, you have one more warm day, so go ahead and take advantage of it.
I'm not looking forward to that cold weather. I'm a January baby, but I have never been fond of the cold.
Listen, well, I'm ready, though. I've had my coat out since October. I am glad, though, that the weather stayed nice for the tree lighting in downtown State College. Reporter Olivia Hogan was there to show us what went down.
Is there, drum roll Danny, I like that, is there a Molly Patrick here?
Children who donated canned food and toys were entered in a raffle, and one got the chance to light the tree with Santa in downtown State College. 4-year-old Molly Patrick was the lucky winner. She says she had fun watching the tree light up on stage with Santa.
The holiday season has kicked off here in downtown State College as hundreds of people of all ages came to celebrate the annual tree lighting.
This is one of those events that downtown State College does. It's, somewhat like a Hallmark movie,
This event has been a staple of holiday cheer in the community for years. People held up their children on their shoulders so they could catch a glimpse of the musical acts, Santa Claus, and the tree.
For me, I think part of the excitement of this event is seeing the community come together.
There was a certain sense of magic and wonder as families and their children celebrated the beginning of the holiday season. Reporting in State College, I'm Olivia Hogan for the Center County Report.
The holiday lights and decorations will be up for the community to enjoy for the rest of the holiday season. And in keeping with the holiday spirit, there is a Candy Cane Carnival tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Nittany Mall. A lot of green and red in downtown State College. Penn State football will see a lot of red. They face the Rutgers Scarlet Knights tomorrow. Mike Gilbert with sports. Mike, what you got?
That's right. Thanks, Weiss. Coming up, State High football coach Matt Littell has been honored by the conference for his success this season. We'll tell you about his award. And Penn State men's basketball gets ready to take on a national powerhouse for an early season test. That's next in sports. Mike Gilbert with your sports update. Penn State continues its somewhat surprising climb up the college football playoff rankings after beating Indiana last week. The Nittany Lions, now ranked 8th, travel to Rutgers to play the 2-8 Scarlet Knights tomorrow. Caught up with them at Wednesday's practice inside Haluba Hall. As usual, James Franklin not concerned with rankings or playoff scenarios.
And I'm not concerned about rankings or polls or playoffs. I'm concerned about Rutgers and getting ready for that game. That would be a question for other people. Again, we just worry about Rutgers and we're worried about getting better ourselves.
Don't ask James Franklin about the playoff rankings. We've learned that the hard way. Game kicks off at 8 p.m. You can listen live on Penn State Com Radio. So Michigan and Ohio State remain inside the top 4 this week, and for the Penn State fans out there, a shot at the playoff really going to come down to the Michigan-Ohio State game at the Horseshoe during the last week of the regular season. If the Nittany Lions win their final 2 and Michigan loses, Penn State would advance to the Big Ten title game. So Penn State fans should be, keyword should, rooting for the Buckeyes on November 26th. Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, Louisville round out the top 5, but Louisville lost last night to Houston. Nits right now 65-1 to win the whole playoff. Get it while it's hot. State High preparing for a PIAA Class 6A playoff game. Head coach Matt Littell already took home the Mid-Penn Conference Coach of the Year award this week. Lintel's Little Lions are 10-1 on the year and won the team's second consecutive Mid-Penn Conference Commonwealth Division crown. He's really doing a great job at the helm this season. They get set to take on Williamsport tonight at Sealand Grove High School. So Penn State basketball takes on the top team in the country tomorrow, at least for now. Pat Chambers' team is coming off a gritty win at home against Grand Canyon on Tuesday. Duke lost to Kansas earlier this week at MSG, so they'll drop a little bit in the rankings. But for now, they'll help the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut as the top team in the land to face the Nittany Lions in the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame tip-off tournament. Penn State has already played 3 games, and Chambers told us why the Nittany Lions loaded up their schedule over the first week of the season.
Knowing that we're going to have a lot of freshmen on the floor, I felt it important for us to get the uniform on, be in the arena, get the families here, and get the jitters out, all that stuff, and then really get a good look, gauge where are we exactly.
Also featured in the tournament, Cincinnati takes on Rhode Island. The winners will play on Sunday. The losers of both games also get a consolation game. Either way, a big boost for Penn State's all-important non-conference RPI. An NCAA tournament game happening right now in Washington, D.C. Penn State women's soccer taking on Virginia in the second round with the score 3-0 UVA. We'll keep you updated on our Twitter account with the final score. That game late in the second half already. Winner plays the winner of Rutgers-Georgetown. That game kicks off at 1:30. Penn State hockey continues its 10-game homestand as the Lions host the Arizona State Sun Devils this weekend. Penn State riding a nation-best 9-game unbeaten streak that started back on October 14th. They swept Alaska Anchorage last week. Now they're sitting at number 10 in the country. That's the highest ever ranking for the young program. The Sun Devils looking to bounce back after losing a close one to number 3 Boston College. Puck drop set for tonight at 7 and tomorrow at 3. PGA Tour making a stop at Sea Island this weekend. I know what I'll be doing all weekend, watching that. Hope everyone has a great holiday out there. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Coming up, looking for something cute and cuddly to brighten your mood this Thanksgiving weekend? We'll tell you where to go after the break.
Looking for something cute and cuddly to do this weekend? Well, a new pet shop called the Bone Bar and Boutique recently opened in Bellefonte. With a grand opening event planned for early December, the shop hopes to attract customers looking for organic and locally made products for their four-legged friends. Store owner Carly Andricio is a New York native who moved to Bellefonte 3 years ago and decided to make a career out of her affinity for animals. Her dog Georgie seems to be the shop's best customer.
He usually comes in and sticks his face right in a bucket full of treats and tries to eat them, but they love it. And then I have the bakery treats in the front, which range from pumpkins to football jerseys and everything in between. Everyone comes in and says, "Oh, we saw you on Facebook," or "We saw your article in the newspaper." So everyone seems very positive and excited.
Bone Bar and Boutique is located on High Street and encourages your canny pals to come in and bark hello.
That is adorable. That's all for today's Center County Report. For more, visit our website, centercountyreport.com.
You can also follow us for breaking news anytime on Twitter at Center County REP and on our Facebook page. Have a great weekend and a safe Thanksgiving week.